Hey guys, in this video I will talk about data types. So data types are the classification or the categorization of data items, and it represents the kind of value that tells what operations can be performed on a particular data. Since everything is an object in Python language, data types are actually the classes and variables are the instance of these classes. So depending upon the properties they possess, there are mainly 6 data types in Python. First one is the numbers or the numerical data type. Second one is strings. Then we have list, and after that we have a tuple followed by a set, and at last we have a dictionary. So let's see each one of them in detail, starting with numbers. Integers, floating point numbers, and complex numbers fall under Python numbers category. They are defined as int, float, and complex classes in Python. You don't need to specify the data type of a variable while initializing it because Python will automatically convert if needed. But if you want to convert it explicitly, then you can by using the int function, float function, complex function, etc. Integers can be of any length and it is only limited by the memory available. So first I will create a variable a here and I will assign 5 to it. So to know the data type of a particular variable, we use the type function. So here I will write print type of a. So as you can see that variable a belongs to integer class. We can also use is instance function to check whether a particular variable belongs to a particular class or not. So I will write print is instance a. Here I want to check whether a belongs to float class or not. So I will write float here. And if it belongs to float class, then true will be printed, otherwise false. So false is returned. Why? Because it does not belong to float class. So I will change this float to int. Then true will be printed. As you can see, we can also convert one type of number into another. And operations like addition, subtraction, they implicitly convert the integer to float if one of the operands is float. So let's see some examples here. First, I will create this. I will also create the output window. Alright, print 1 plus 8.5. So we can see that 1 which is integer is implicitly converted into 1.0 for addition, and the result is also a floating point number. We can also use built-in functions like integer, float, and complex to convert between these types explicitly. So let's see some examples. So first I will clear this. I write print and I will convert a float into integer. So I write 8.5 here. So when converting from a float to integer, the number gets truncated. That means the decimal parts are removed. So I did some more examples here. Now I will convert a string into a complex number. So I write complex, and inside that string I'll write 9 plus 2j. So to check whether it is converted or not, I will again use the type function. So I write print type and I'll just copy paste it. So as you can see that we have converted this string into a complex number and now it belongs to a complex class. Now we will see how to use Python fractions. So Python provides operations involving fraction numbers through its fractions module. We will see what are modules in the upcoming videos. So a fraction has a numerator and a denominator. I will import fraction module. So I write import fractions. So now we will convert a float number into a fraction. So I write print fractions dot fraction. I will write 2.5. Now the 2.5 is converted into 5 by 2. You can also define numerator and denominator. So I write print fractions dot fraction. Here I want 4 as numerator and 5 as denominator. That's it. Strings can be created by enclosing characters inside a single quote or double quotes. Even triple quotes can be used in Python, but generally they are used to represent multi-line strings. So let's perform some operations on string and understand them in detail. So first I will create a string here and I will write coding alpha. So to access the individual characters in Python, we use the method of indexing. So here 0 index refers to the first character, 1 index number refers to the second character, and so on. We can also use negative address references. For example, -1 refers to the last character, -2 refers to the second last character, and so on. Here I want to extract the first character and the second last character. So I will write print s of 0 to access the first character and s of -2 to access the second last character. Execute it and we got the output. Now to access a range of characters in Python, we use method of slicing. So here I will write print. I want to extract from S. I have to mention the start index, so I write 0. Here I want to extract the first word. So I will see the last index of this word. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will write 6 here because last index will not be included in the substring. Execute it and we got the output. Now we will see some string methods which we can use. So the first method is find. So find method will return the first index of that character or string. So here I will write print s dot find. I want to find alpha word, so I'll write alpha here. So this will return the start index of the alpha. Execute it and I got the output 7 and the start index of word alpha is 7. Now we will see how to use the replace method in Python. So replace method is used to replace characters or strings. So here I will write print s dot replace. Here I want to replace the space with an hyphen. Execute it and we got the output coding hyphen alpha. So now we will see what is split method. So split breaks the string at the separator and returns a list of string. So here I'll just clear all of this, clear the output window. So now we will see how to use split method. So first I will create string s here and I will write word 1, word 2 and word 3. So this split method will break this string at the separator and will return a list of string. So here I will write print s dot split. Here I will use comma as separator. Execute it and we got a list of string here. Now we will see how to use count method. So count method will return the number of instances of that character or string. So I will write print s dot count. I want to count the number of instances of w here. Execute it and we got the output 3. So in Python, lower is a built-in method used for string handling. It converts all the uppercase characters to the lowercase. So first I will write s equals to hello here and I will write print s dot lower. So it will convert all the uppercase characters to lowercase here. In the same way we can also use upper method here. So I will write s dot upper and this upper method will convert all the lowercase characters to uppercase. Execute it and we got the output. So that's it for this video. In this video, I have talked about data types, numbers, and strings. In the next video, I will talk about list and tuple, and I will also perform some operations on them.